Right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Voices of Courage Asia. Yes, this is Lillian here, and today I have a very, very special guest, Jucelyn. Jucelyn
Hi.
Ong. Yes, and Jucelyn is an authenticity and etiquette coach, and she's the upcoming author of. She's the author of her upcoming book, Standing Tall, Overcoming All. Right. Jocelyn, you want to share with our audience a little bit about yourself?
Right. Thanks, Lillian, for the introduction. And hi, everyone. Thank you for taking time off your lunch. Or you can be still eating and listening to this broadcast as you enjoy your lunch. Yeah, so like Lillian said, I'm Jucelyn, and I am the author of my upcoming book, Standing Tall, Overcoming All. I'm really excited to share this book with all of you out there, women out there, because it's really brought out of my experience, of my life experience, and also what I've gained or learned from my relationships. So it took, years. It took what, two years in writing this, but whatever is inside, the content actually spans over decades. Yeah, so
Wow.
that's
Wow.
a short, yeah, summary of what the book is about. Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, shall we let the audience have a look at a sneak peek of how your book cover looks like?
Sure. It's ready
All
for
right.
pre-order.
Yes, yes, yeah. Take a look at that. It's beautiful. I noticed the sunflower.
Ah,
Right.
yes. Yes.
Yeah. Do you want to share with us a bit about what's that sunflower about? Is there any significance to it?
Right. Yes, that sunflower actually has a lot of significance because, sunflower symbolizes hope. If you go visit, want to cheer someone up, in the hospitals, or you tend to see sunflowers, and they have such strong stems. They are so tall,
Mm,
and it embodies joy, it embodies hope. So for me, actually, this has a very personal significance to me because many, many years ago, in fact, when I was about 21, yeah, someone
mhm.
actually shared that or prophesied that they saw me in a vision in a sunflower field and me as a sunflower spreading
Wow.
joy to people around me. Yeah, so that was,
Wow.
yeah, that was way back, maybe when I was 21. But somehow, life and the lemons that is thrown on me, I kind of forgot about this vision. Yeah, the sunflower got submerged and I suppose didn't function the way it is supposed to function. But
Mm,
many years later, uncannily, maybe about 4 years ago, a different person actually gave me that same vision and said
mm,
that, I see you as a sunflower. And not just
right.
as a sunflower, yeah, standing tall, but a sunflower where the honeybees. So if you look at that little detail, you will see a little bee at the core of that sunflower.
Mm,
And so this lady told me that I see you as a sunflower, and the honeybees are just, zooming to the core to collect the nectar. And from there, they go back to be recharged and to make more honey. So you are
wow.
like a recharging point. So when that person shared with me that vision, it really
Mm,
excited me because it reminded me of what was given to me like 20 over years back. And it's especially meaningful because after what I've gone through, the dark periods and all, I
mm,
am proud that I'm still standing. And I
right.
suppose that explains the title of the book, not just
Mm-hmm.
standing, but standing tall. And
Mm,
hopefully from there I'm able to radiate and this time function as a sunflower to bring hope and joy and cheer to people around me, to encourage them along life's journey as well. Yeah.
wow. Yeah, I think that's so beautiful, and
Thank you.
I I felt that even you as a person, you radiate that joy. Then when that my experience with you, right, is you're always very cheerful, and there's this joy that radiates from within, and that's very genuine and very authentic, and I think that is very precious. And you
Mm,
spread, and it can be very, very contagious, right? And
thank you.
plus, coupled with your wealth of life experiences, the journey that you've gone through, which it is a must read for all women. Because Jucelyn has gone through a roller coaster of her life, and there's so many nuggets of wisdom to share. Yeah, and we specially dedicated this series. There are actually 15 nuggets of learnings and takeaways that you will share with the audience,
Yes,
right?
that's right.
Yeah. And so thankful for you to share that. And today,
Mm,
you what are you going to kickstart with?
right.
You know, the
So,
sharing.
so,
Mm,
mm, so there are like 15 main key learning points which the book will kind of touch on. It might not be exactly
mm,
what I share. This is
mm,
like also a value add to the book. But
mm,
as you read the story, these are little things that you will probably glean from the book, or what I
mm,
struggled with. Yeah, because life do throws us lessons. I mean, as women, we take on multiple roles, and I think we sometimes lose ourselves in our
mm.
busyness. We are moms, we are daughters, we are sisters, we are wives. And everyone seem to want a piece of us. And I don't think I'm unique. I'm sure this is something that we all resonate with, and I want to share with you how I actually went through some of the struggles that I did, and how I overcame it. Yeah, so this
Right,
joy and this cheerfulness, yes, it is it is what you see now, but there were moments when it was all tears and darkness. Yeah, but I just
yeah,
want to encourage women that it is human and it is normal to go through dark down moments, to be
mm,
kind to ourselves and give ourselves time to acknowledge those feelings.
yeah,
But then, when we are done with that, to
mm,
reach out if we need help. Yes.
yeah.
Hmm,
Yeah, I mean that's the whole purpose of this platform as well, this channel,
that's right.
to spread the to spread courage, basically, right?
That's
Yeah,
right.
to inspire our audience, to be courageous. Yeah, so life is
Yes.
full of ups and downs, and like what Jocelyn say, yeah, when they throw us lemons, what do we do with that? Yeah.
Make
Make
lemonade.
lemonades, right?
Yeah, so thank you for this platform, and for Women of Courage. Yeah, I was introduced to Women of Courage back in 2019. Yeah, that
Mm,
that will be another story altogether, but really it has been a platform where I realized that it's less scary. It is also more empowering when we are doing it together with like-minded people, or when we have the
right.
support. And emotional support is very, very important. And we will
Mm.
also realize that, oh, it's okay, I don't need to be the superwoman, because when you're with a group of superwomen, you also realize that, hey, they need khakis too, like I always say, like the
Kaki,
Avengers, they
kaki
don't.
superwoman.
Yeah, it's like the Avengers, right? They are each a hero on their own. But when
Mm,
they're together, that's when they actually complement each other's strength, or even when they're down, like sometimes in their fight against a villain, and they get injured, their teammates come by to pick them up just for that moment. And then when they're up again,
right.
so it's like a vicious cycle. We have our ups, oops, sorry about that, we have our ups and downs. So
Mm,
yeah, we just support each other during those moments.
yeah. I mean, just by you using the example, I can tell that you're an
Hmm.
Avenger fan, right?
No, actually,
You know?
I'm not. But
You're
yeah,
not?
there was no, I'm not. But there was a
Right.
particular scene which struck me. Even when, let's say, yeah, Captain America or the Hulk was injured, like I was like, wow, even he can get injured. Yeah, so I think we need to give ourselves permission that there will be moments when we get injured, and you know, just getting up seems like a feat in itself. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I love to watch the Avengers. Yeah, all the
Ah, good
episodes.
for
Yeah. Now
you.
they are having the series, right?
Yes, 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 yes.
Wonder
We had to watch
Vision
it, huh?
and
Yes, that's right.
yes,
And
yeah.
Superwoman and all right. Yeah.
Right. Now,
Mm,
one more question before we go dive into
sure.
the nuggets of learnings that you're going to
Mm,
share with us. Throughout this whole journey, right, in
yes.
your book project, yeah, what is your greatest aha moment or takeaway from working on this book? I mean, it's not an easy task to work on a book
No.
project. Yeah, it's a long journey, right?
Yes,
And we
yes.
know that it's not just about the book. Yeah. So share with us a little bit about your journey, in embarking, taking that courage and then first step to venture out and work on this book. So how has it
Mm,
been like for you?
right. So, I think I got the first sense that, God wants me to write a book to help other women
Mm,
way back in 2018.
mm,
2018 is also a year of total reset for me in
mm,
terms of, yeah, literally total reset. Yeah, because if you read my book, you will know that I lived for relationships, I lived for marriage. It's like my fairy tale dream, all I ever wanted and all I lived for. So
mm,
when that crashed and burned, and I had to leave also the business of 10 years,
mm,
it was at a point where I'm like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do in my life? I'm not like
mm,
25, right? The runway is very long. And so I told myself, way back actually in 2016, I said, if I could still be standing after whatever is happening, because in 2016 things started to happen,
mm,
then let me be a channel where I could encourage women who are going through tough times. So
mm.
that was 2016, where I really didn't know what was going to happen. I couldn't see the future. But in
Right.
2018, I felt that prompting to write a book, because I think a lot of women, we go through difficult issues, emotional or otherwise, but we feel that we don't want to share, either because of shame or we are afraid of what people would think of us.
Mm,
Yeah, so this journey came about, and writing a book is something that is not as simple as just penning it down. I have to think about what goes into the book. How am I gonna, put it in a way that readers will understand? And the journey was just daunting, actually. So I started writing a little bit, and then I left it. Really, at the end of 2018, I started writing chapter
mm,
one, and it
mm,
stopped at page two for the longest time ever. And then suddenly in July 2019 or June, yeah, Lillian, you were saying that class living is into publishing books. And I was like, whoa, what are the chances of that? You know, because I was just literally writing it down and say, okay, one day I'll work on it a little bit by bit and then get it published. But I've got no idea how I'm going to get it published. Proofreading, editing is a whole lot of it, right?
mm,
And so I think that was my answer. I felt that, okay, let's go for it. Yeah,
mm,
but this whole process from July till now again has been a journey of rediscovery, of growth, even as I am writing, of
mm,
discovering myself, surprisingly. Yes, because I realized that there were at so many points that I had to challenge my self-limiting beliefs. Like, can I
mm,
even get it written? Would anybody read my book? Will it be helpful? Or, oh
mm,
no, my expectations, managing my self expectations as well. Like,
mm.
am I looking for perfection, or, yeah, what's the design going to be like? But amazingly, everything just came together. So,
Right.
yeah, and I challenged, my comfort zone was literally stretched, not just by centimeters, but by inches. And at times I felt like it's like, by meters even. So it's really a journey of conquering. Yeah. And
Mm,
I think in life, we are in this journey of always stepping out of our comfort zone, because
Mm,
the most learning that takes place is when we are out of our comfort zone and learning new things.
yeah.
Yeah. So Lillian, really thank you. Your coaching sessions and clarity sessions always make me like stretch my boundaries, and sometimes I don't even know that I have what it takes. Yeah, yeah. Else I might
You
be just sitting there.
yeah, I'm very encouraged, and
Hmm.
I mean thankful that you allow me into your life in this journey to work with you
Yes.
in
Also.
bringing your story out, and also
Hmm.
looking into your personal life, and the coaching, and this whole author of courage mentoring program is really about
Hmm.
life, about working on our lives, right? Yeah,
Yes.
discovering
Yes.
ourselves. Yeah, so I'm very happy for you.
Thank
So
you.
yes, look forward to many many women being blessed by your
I
story.
hope so too. Yes. I
Yeah,
believe
it
it.
is.
It
It is.
will.
Yes,
Yes.
it
I
will.
believe
It
it
will.
will. Yes.
Yeah. So, Jocelyn, tell
Hmm.
us, what are, because I know you have prepared, 15 nuggets of takeaways to share. So we will share one in each episode.
Mm, mm, mm.
Right. So
Yes. Yes.
today, yeah. So today, what are you going to share? The first takeaway.
Um. Okay, so I
Mm,
think the first point, key learning point, and to get the things in place from the start would be, I think one of the real lessons that I've learned as I contemplate and reflect on my journey
mm,
would be, did I really understand what is self love and what is self
mm.
respect? Yes, I
Okay.
think yes, that's the one. What is self love and self respect, and why it's so important? Because upon reflection, I realized that maybe if I had known what that is, certain things, or I wouldn't have allowed certain events to even take place.
Mm,
And so here, I really want to take ownership. I think very often, um, when things go wrong, yeah, it's very, very easy to point fingers
mm,
at people, at situation,
mm.
and then blow up this whole tragedy and this drama and get soaked into it and go, yeah, you see, I'm such a victim, and go into this self-pity mode and then
Mm.
grovel in it and don't get out. I
Yeah.
think for me it really was taking that first step to look hard at what went wrong, what
Mm.
part did I play with in this whole thing, and
Right.
if I had known certain things, maybe it could have helped, yeah, in
Mm.
my relationships. Yes.
Yeah, I think it
So
starts with
mm,
ourselves. Yeah,
that's right.
to
That's right.
really, yeah, I like what you bring out. The
Mm,
very
mm.
first point is, do you know whether you have any self respect or self love? Because it starts with you, and that's what
Yes.
we always talk about, right? Yeah, courage to be you. So it starts with
Yes.
you. Yeah, and but how do you explain to our audience,
Mm,
because some of us may feel or have this
mm.
misconception that self love, we talk about loving myself and all that. Am I being very selfish, you know
Yeah, that is point two that we will be
yeah.
touching on later, right? So maybe
Mm,
let me just start with what I think my definition of what self love is. Yeah,
okay.
so I
Mm,
think self love, basically, it doesn't mean you're just looking inwards all the time, loving, loving, loving yourself. Self
mm,
love just basically means holding yourself in
mm.
esteem, yeah, and having confidence in yourself,
Right,
right? And
right.
believing that I am good and worthy enough to be treated right.
Mm,
Yeah, basically it's being proud of who you are. Being
right.
proud of who you are and respecting yourself enough,
Mm-hmm.
right? To conduct yourself in a manner that you would want to project yourself to the world.
Mm, yeah.
See, when
I
you're confident and proud of who you are, then you don't need to go behind mask.
mm, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
And
embracing your authentic self,
yes,
your
so
true
that's self
self. Yeah.
respect. Yeah, you're
Mm,
respecting yourself for who you are. And when you
mm.
do that, others will also see that you value yourself.
Yeah, Yeah,
Yeah,
precise. Yes,
if you
yeah.
don't value yourself, then
Mm,
how are people going to value you? Because how people treat you, it's kind of, they're going to take that cue from you, right? And
yes.
for the longest time I realized that I didn't respect myself. That's why I allow my boundaries to be broached
Intruded.
many a times. I don't know
Yeah.
how to say no, and yeah, we'll go into
Mm,
that later as well. So
mm,
basically, to me, that's self-respect. Because
mm,
when you respect yourself and feel that you deserve to be treated right, then you are gonna say, "Hey, it's not okay to be
mm.
treated in a certain way or in
Yeah.
an unfair way."
Do you
Yeah,
have an
and you're not just saying
example for
no.
that? Like,
Hmm.
can you give us an example?
Okay,
Um,
so
mm,
for example, I used to bend over backwards a lot. It's like if you ask me for a favor, I would do it.
mm,
Even if it really inconveniences me, it eats into my time with, let's say I've got something urgent to do, I'll just tell you yes. Yeah,
mm.
even
So you're
though
very,
that I,
very accommodating, like
yeah, very
overly
accommodating.
accommodating.
That's right. Yeah. Your
Okay.
dreams become my dream. Your
Oh.
wants become my want. What do you want to eat?
Mm,
Anything. What would you like? So yeah, it's literally that. And then also because I don't, of that fear of being rejected and abandoned,
mm,
I will give in to whatever you're gonna do, because I think that if I don't if I stand up against what you want, then the result would be you're not gonna be my friend, or you're gonna break up with me, or things
so
like that.
there's this fear of conflict. Is that
Yes,
is
yes,
yeah,
yes. I
some
have an
somewhat of this.
extremely unhealthy fear of conflict, and really I've learned along the way that conflict can be healthy. It's how you handle
Mm,
it. In
yes.
fact, it
Yeah.
is healthy in a relationship. Seriously, it's
Right.
nothing to boast about that I've never quarreled in like 25 years. Something that's really strange, because it's only when you work through conflicts that you actually learn more about the other person, and more importantly, learn more about you.
Mm,
It's healthy
yeah.
conflict management, right? Just like
Yeah.
anger
Yeah.
management. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
These are very, very necessary skill sets, which
Mm,
I think I was just reading in the papers that the divorce rate is extremely high. I think even the government's a little bit concerned. Yeah, just 2 days ago, that those
mm,
who are marrying recently are divorcing even earlier. And
yeah.
some of the couples, it's also because they don't know how to deal with conflicts,
Yeah. I
or,
think
or, or
that
manage. Yes.
that is a sad news and very unfortunate. Which is
Yes,
why we
that's
want
right.
to work on the
Mm,
individual self. When you are
yes.
healthy, you know
Correct.
your strength and weaknesses. You know how different personalities, strength and core, what you call that, the motivation, their desires,
Mm,
their
mm,
fears, their struggles. Then we will heighten our awareness as well as our empathy and
that's
able
right.
to connect with
That's
each
right.
other better. Yeah, and then also having the self-respect. Yeah, knowing
Totally
when to
agree.
draw boundaries. Yes, we love to
Correct.
help, but we need to take care of ourselves as well. And
Mm, mm.
yeah, so yes,
Totally
yes, yeah.
agree. Yes. So like the famous line in Jerry Maguire's that movie like donkey years ago, right? So you know how old I am, right? But he says, you
You
complete me,
complete
right?
me.
So to me, it's true and also not true, because I feel a healthy relationship on retrospect now, right?
Mm,
If you are not right within yourself, so that's step one, really.
mm,
You're always looking for someone to complete you. You're always
mm,
looking for someone to fill the void in you. But a
mm.
beautiful healthy relationship, whether emotionally or otherwise holistically, is when two complete fulfilled individuals actually come together to
Yeah,
complement each other.
yeah,
Yeah, just like it's just like a, I don't know, like a dessert, right? For
mm,
example, the banana and the ice cream, they're both complete in their own sense. I can enjoy a banana on my own, and I can, enjoy my ice cream on my own, and they're both wonderful. But when you put it together, it becomes a
banana
totally
ice
different
cream.
dish. Yeah,
It's
and then
even better.
correct. It brings out the unique flavor of each individual,
Mm,
and then
yeah.
together, they present themselves as a totally new item.
Yeah, I
That
think
that people can
the
enjoy.
other side is the other side of the coin is also very true.
Yes.
Marriage actually just magnify whatever is
Mm,
there in each one. If both
I
party are
agree.
unhealthy and come with a lots of baggages,
Yes,
then in the marriage you will get to see all that surfacing. Yeah, so
yes,
marriage
yes.
is not the problem. It is coming forth like what you say,
Mm,
each individual coming, presenting themselves as whole, yeah, together, right? I think we
correct.
have a comment here.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Jacqueline said banana split.
Yes, yes, banana split or Swenson's banana boat, however you want to call it. But yeah, we enjoy it, right? So that's
Right.
very true. And then that brings me to my second point about
Mm,
self love. Basically,
yeah.
self love is the belief that you are valuable and worthy, and you are
Mm,
just looking into, or you are concerned, or rather, I won't say the word concern. You have a regard for your own well being and happiness.
mm,
Okay,
yeah.
that you are aware of your own well-being and happiness, and it
Mm,
just means taking care of your own needs,
yeah.
right, and not
Nothing wrong
sacrificing
with
your
that.
well-being. Yeah,
Yeah.
but that brings
None.
us to point two, right? That
Yeah.
it's some people, why especially women, I find, why we have this um, inner inner barrier that I shouldn't be taking care of myself because it means I'm selfish. It means I'm taking time out, to be with my children. So therefore I'm not a good mother. I'm really, really, I
This
because I've
guilt,
also
this
been
self
in
guilt
the
thing. Yeah, I think a lot of
yes,
mothers.
it's a self
I went through that as well. It's like
yeah, so I
feel
took a
so
long
guilty, right?
time. So I took a long time working through this internally as well. And
Mm,
just to share a little bit, because I was in the education line for many, many years, and
mm,
even when I was running the childcare center, preschool centers for
mm,
about a decade, I would have this also written in my book, right? About a mom who came all dressed up and excited, and she was picking up the toddler, and then she just shared that, hey, this is the first time in years that I'm meeting my, what do you call that, my good friends. Yeah, so I'm going to bring him home. And then my husband has agreed to kind of watch over him for tonight. And just as she said that, immediately she had that look of hesitant and said, actually, do you think it's a good idea? What if he can't manage? I feel guilty already, about leaving because I've never left him alone, Yeah. So
mm,
you see this guilt, or this thinking that self love equals selfishness.
mm,
But if I may give you another way of looking at it, right?
mm-hmm,
Like I said, self love just means taking care or being aware of your needs as well. I mean,
mm,
let's face it, right? Even a car needs servicing, okay? We can't run
right.
for kilometers without servicing. You're going to drag the engine, and then you're going to end up burning more fuel
Mm,
and not being efficient.
mm,
Or, in a plane, emergency briefing, they always say, please put on the oxygen mask before attending to the child next to you. And when I first heard it, I was like, what selfish announcement is that? As a mother, of course I have to take care of my child first. Right. So
mm,
so I think it's a very real barrier, and it's a belief that a lot of we women struggle with, really.
mm,
And that's why we don't take care of ourselves. We feel that, okay, we have to meet our husband's needs first, children's needs first, mother's needs first, and all, and then we get burnt out. But if you take care of yourself first, like putting on that oxygen mask, you ensure that you have the longer runway to take
yeah.
care of your child. Yeah, because if you
Yes.
get knocked
And not
out in
just
the
your
next
child,
second,
but able to
yes,
help others
everybody
as
else.
well, right?
That's
Yeah.
right. Yes, it's not just yourself; it's others, right?
Mm, mm,
So, I really wish to debunk this self-love equals selfishness. I'm not saying,
mm,
self-love doesn't mean you become narcissistic or
mm.
egoistic or
Yeah, that's to the
arrogant.
extreme, right?
Yes, that's to the extreme. But then again, some people do have that conception that, oh, if someone is so self-loving, that person obviously is a narcissist, right? No, that's not true. That's the unhealthy extreme version of it, right? And why
Mm,
people who are narcissistic behave that way, I personally feel that, inside they are dealing with maybe certain issues regarding the love for self,
mm,
that manifests in that way, right? Yeah. So
mm,
self-love, or rather, yeah, self-love is just self-acceptance,
mm.
and knowing when I say, hey, I really need a time out,
Yeah, time out, me time,
a
you need to
short
take
time,
care
yeah,
of
me
yourself,
time.
recharge,
Yes,
refresh, so
yes,
like you
yes,
said, then you
yes.
can serve others
Yes.
better.
Yes. It's
Yeah,
just considering myself as valuable as others. Yeah. So it's not
right.
selfishness. Yeah. Mm.
Right. Thanks for getting that out, because
Yes.
yeah, that I do know that a lot of women have this misconception and
Mm,
this
mm,
belief
mm.
that if I take care of myself, and then they will be filled with all the self guilt, yeah, and feelings very selfish
Mm.
and all that, yeah. So what about benefits? When
Right.
we practice self respect and self love, what are
Mm,
some of
mm.
the benefits that actually come out of this?
Right.
Yeah. Mm,
So I think on the reverse, right? We've just mentioned self-love. Some people have struggle with thinking that it's selfishness, or not doing your roles. But on the reverse, I'd like to challenge you to think of it this way: if you practice self-respect and self-love, in fact,
mm,
holistically, you will
mm,
be a better person. Why do I say that? Because when you truly love yourself and understand where you are coming from, a
mm.
lot of your insecurities,
Mm,
right? So it starts with self awareness. Yeah. So a lot of your insecurities will be addressed or dealt with.
mm.
Or if you are struggling with certain areas, yeah, you could go meet up with some coaches that can help you. Maybe meet with you, huh? Yeah. Clarity sessions. And no, serious, serious, serious. To address some of these issues, then in
Mm,
fact, when you deal with the insecurities, then you would actually realize that you will not be always looking for people to fill that void.
mm. Okay.
Mm. And then you
Yeah.
will let go of the burden and need to constantly also prove yourself to others. Because
Mm,
now you respect and love yourself. So
mm.
you know the value of who you are.
Yep.
And self respect is really very important because it's fundamental now that I really reflect and think back on building healthy relationships, marriages,
Mm,
and it actually transcends not just relationships, but all
mm.
key areas of life. For example, if
Right.
you're a business person and you
Mm,
respect your own worth, you
mm.
will not allow people to undervalue your services or your
Yeah.
work. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah,
And
some of us put hours and hours into a project, and then when people question you, and then you go like, yeah, 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 maybe I'll charge you just this amount. No, or what I mean? You
they
basically
will like
allow.
start pressing, not even negotiate, start
Yes, yes,
pressing down
yes.
your price, and yeah, not
That's
showing that
right.
respect, and
Mm, mm,
yeah, it's
mm. So
right.
you see how it actually is so essential and fundamental because it impacts every area of your
Area.
life, not just relationship. But
Mm,
relationship is really one area that you don't want your loss of self-respect to impact, because
mm,
relationships are very important to a lot of us. And when that core is shaken and all, it does affect us sometimes how we
mm.
perform and function in our other roles.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm, mm.
Wow. Wow.
So
Thank you so
I
much for
hope I'm
like
making
sharing. Yeah.
sense. Yeah, I hope I'm
Mm,
making sense. And so, lastly, self love is when you're at peace with yourself, right? For me, lah, when I am at peace with myself, I realize that I think better and
mm,
I'm able to launch forward from a healthier place.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Launch
my
forward at a healthier place. Yeah.
So my interaction with myself as well as others take on a more positive note. So I
Mm,
don't grovel in negative thinking and all that. So see the benefits of self-love and self-respect. So this is really something that I'm very passionate about in helping women to understand that we really need to go back to the root
mm,
of
yeah.
what's making you behave or think the way you do.
Right. Right. Yeah, I think for those of you who have heard, just this one takeaway, yeah, there's so much nuggets of um, experiences and wisdom in there, right? So grab a copy, of Jucelyn's book. It's still in the process of sending for printing. But you can
Yes.
actually pre-order, right? You can actually pre-order her
Yes.
book right now. Yeah, so you can actually
Mm.
click on this link, which is included in the description, right? And there are
The link.
so much of her life experiences that you can actually glean from. Yeah, so I really appreciate you to take the courage to share your stories and those learnings. Yeah. And Jocelyn, Um,
Yes.
how do you continue your journey in
Mm,
being supported, and because this book project, yes, you're
mm.
on your own. Before that, you were on your own, but
Yeah,
now
yes.
you're not on your own anymore, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So how
Right.
do you get supported?
Um, I
Mm,
think a really big part, really in even why I'm still standing, right, after all these years, would be where my faith comes in. That's one, really.
mm,
I really want to acknowledge that.
mm,
And secondly, I think I've since realized that being surrounded with people who accept me and love
mm,
me for who I am made
mm,
such a fundamental difference. Yes, and being surrounded by people who, a
mm,
community of people. It could be your church friends, it could just also be your friends at work, whoever you feel can give you that kind of support. Because like I said, even Incredible Hulk has its downtime or injured, and feeling like, you what hit me kind of thing. Yeah, so for myself, I'm very blessed to have to gotten to know like a group of women who are also mothers, and they're going through their own struggles as well. But when we come
mm,
together, right, it suddenly makes us feel comforted that, oh, so all these women are also having the same issues. It's not just me. And we find
mm,
strength
mm.
and courage in a group,
Right,
really. And
right.
really, I want to, this project would not have been possible, really, really, if I had done it on my own. Like, just did it. And then, because there are areas that I'm not strong in. I'm not
Mm,
good at design, really. I can write, but my forte is that I might not be the best at marketing. I might not be good in designing. I might not be good in other areas. But it's only when we came together as a team that I actually finally understood what it means to be supported and to work as a team. So thank you very much for that experience. It
yeah.
really has been a this book, right, is really like just the end product, but really that process, this
Mm,
whole, it's not even a year yet, huh? Yeah,
no, no.
right. We embarked on this project, but I have learned so much. I have been
Mm.
stretched literally out of my comfort zone, and just trust me when I say I hate to be rocked. Okay, my children know this. They always say, "Mommy, you are like a dinosaur that just literally just don't move, and the world will pass you by." Yeah, and I'm a, like, if I do Enneagram, I'm a type 9, super high type 9. So I have a lot of fear.
Mm,
And I think for some of you out there, you also have your fear, and but I really want to encourage you, and I hope this book will also encourage you that it is possible. I never thought it was possible, but
mm,
to some extent, I played my part. I showed up to make
mm.
it possible. Really,
Right,
really. I didn't
right.
sit on it and just say, yeah, hopefully this book will magically appear and somehow the words will just get put together and then it will be published. It doesn't happen that way, right? Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I think talking about support and community, women
Yes.
coming together, we will
Mm.
really encourage you to, I mean, the audience out there to, if you feel you resonate with what Jucelyn said, you are on your own, like, she felt that she was on her
Mm.
own, but now she has a tribe, she has a community that is, supporting her in her journey to continue her journey, and greater things to be done, right? Greater works out there to
Yes.
be done to impact more women out there. So do join us in our women's
Mm.
community called Women of Courage Asia. So you can click on the link that comes with this video, womenofcourage.asia, and find out about our monthly empowerment meeting. We meet every last Tuesday of the month, right? And have never failed meeting except for
Yeah, even
December.
during. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, in spite of COVID, we find ways
Yes.
we to be innovative and find ways that we can still continue to support each other. And above and beyond the monthly empower meeting, we do meet up in different occasions, different projects, different events, and we serve together. Yeah, so we discover ourselves together, and yeah, it is a beautiful journey with a very safe environment. So our
Yes.
culture is always falling on the core value of class, which is courage, love, authenticity, stewardship, and significance. So do join us in our upcoming uh, monthly empower meeting, and not forgetting, to support Jucelyn in her book. So you pre-order her book, and there's actually an opportunity for
Hmm.
like-minded women to partner with you, right, Jucelyn? To
Ah,
partner with
yes,
you,
yes.
because you're going to do a book tour campaign, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah,
When
I
the
can.
Yeah,
Mm,
I'll be going to do book tours, and for those of you who are maybe doing businesses and you feel that you want to also help women because the
mm,
target audience are women, you feel
mm,
that your services or whatever you're providing can benefit women, then please feel free to connect with me to
yeah,
advertise in that book, because this book is going to go places. This book is going to, I believe, be in the hands of many women from
yeah,
different demographics, and we don't know where this book's gonna go, and I'm excited. So if you
yeah.
feel that you want to reach out to these women and leverage on this book, please do contact me, because
Mm.
it's very limited in terms of the advertising space. And
Uh,
yeah,
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 it's very
yeah.
limited. So because the main objective of the book is to empower women, and you also supporting a charity, right?
Oh yes,
Um,
that's
yeah, a
right.
non-profit organization.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah, that is my payback. It's kind of like a
forward. Mm,
paid forward, yeah, because in my long struggle the past few years, I realized that there are women who really needs help. And so I'm very proud to be, or happy that I'll be partnering with the Safe Place. Yeah,
mm,
Safe Place is a nonprofit organization where they provide shelter and a place where women, pregnant women, can find safety as well, and the
mm,
kind of support while they're going through their pregnancy.
right.
Yes,
So part of
so
your proceeds will go to support a safe place, right? Safe
that's
place. Yeah.
right. That's right.
Mm,
That's right. Yeah.
right. And we just now,
Mm.
Jackie commented,
Oh,
congratulations
thanks,
again on your book,
Jacqueline.
Jocelyn. So Lillian's a great support.
I agree.
You are
Lillian
a
is
great support
definitely a
too,
great support.
Jack.
Yes, Jacqueline, she actually pre-ordered the book already.
Oh,
Thank
thank
you
you
so much.
for
Yeah,
your
because
support.
these little actions mean a lot to me.
Mm,
Yeah, it means a lot to me. It encourages me on this journey. Like, there will be times, no matter what we are all doing, be it projects, be it in the roles and functions that you do, that we do get discouraged or wonder if are we on the right track. And so encouragements just like these, yeah, the first few pre-orders that I gotten actually makes a lot of difference. So a big thank you for those of you who have already put in your pre-orders.
right.
So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
looking forward for the book to be launched
Yeah, I think I'm
soon.
looking forward to more than just about the book. It's the lives that you're
Yes.
going to be impacting, and how your
Um,
story is going to empower a lot of women out there, right? So, yeah, Jocelyn has more nuggets to share, in upcoming episodes. So we'll be meeting every Tuesday, right,
that's
over
right. It's a
lunchtime.
date.
Yeah.
It's a
So
date.
yes, yeah, stay tuned. Book the date. Yeah, we have another comment came in.
Oh,
That's
okay.
This is
Oh,
Rachel.
Rachel.
Congratulations,
Thank
Jocelyn.
you, Rachel. Yeah, yeah. You see all these, how I'm so blessed, really, really, really so blessed, because I think maybe all these people were around me all this time, but I never knew they were around because I chose to shut them out. I chose not to share.
Mm,
Yeah, for
yeah,
whatever reasons. And if not for Rachel is my Connect group member, and again, they are one important source of encouragement and prayer
mm,
support the past few years as I walk through this journey. Yeah, so thank you very
right.
much, Rachel. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. Right. So I think that's all for this
Yes,
episode.
that's all
We
for
look forward.
today.
Yeah, we look forward to you coming back next Tuesday. And yeah, so this is going to be a 15 episode series, right? So we really look
Yes.
forward to learn more about you and about what you're going to share in your book, right? So thank you, everyone. Please click
Thank
on
you.
the link, to pre-order Jocelyn's book, as well as like and share this video. right? So that more
Yes,
women
please do.
can learn
Thank
about
you.
the misconception of self-love and self-respect, right? That was the first
Mm,
point.
mm, mm. Yes, yes, yes.
All right. Okay.
All
Thank
right. Thank you,
you. See
everyone.
you. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.